Hey you guys, it's me. I'm happy to see you. It feels like it's been ages, even though it hasn't really been. It's just that I've been away. When I went to Greece, I had a really great time, a really amazing time. I spent 3 days in the Greek island of Santorini, and then I spent 2 days. I was meant to spend 3 days, but I couldn't because my flight got delayed, and so I missed a few hours of my trip. So I couldn't spend 3 days like I planned. I think it was like 2 days, and then the other 3 days I spent in Athens. But I still had an amazing time. Took loads of pictures, did a lot of sightseeing, and took pictures of some Greek temples, which was really exciting to see sort of the ruins and to see the Acropolis and um so many other things. It was really fun, and it was a much needed break. And traveling is something that I definitely want to do more of, particularly this year. Basically, I'm manifesting 2 additional trips this year, um because that's really what I want to do. Since last year I said I want to open up myself to new experiences and new new things going on in my life, and I feel like traveling is something that I really want to do more of. So yes, we'll be seeing how that all goes. But I hope you guys have had a good week. I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot deck. It's the box right here, and I'm already shuffling them up. That's why the camera's probably moving. But we'll see what comes up for us this week, beginning the 9th through to the 15th. Okay, and it says, ooh, rejoice and celebrate. Oh, so maybe we have some things that are coming up at the beginning of the week where we're socializing. This could be spending time with friends, colleagues, spending time with even be your family. Some kind of event that comes up where you are having a good time, maybe having a drink, or just sort of kind of chilling out a little bit, which is kind of interesting because the beginning of the week is a Monday. People don't usually do that on a Monday, but you never know. Sometimes things, plans can come up. Sometimes it could start off as like a work kind of function or shindig or whatever, and you leave work and then you get a few drinks with your colleagues and stuff. Or it could just be a case of even other types of celebrations that are taking place. Maybe there's some kind of achievement that you've experienced during the beginning of the week. So it might not necessarily mean that you're actually going somewhere to celebrate, but it could just mean that within yourself you feel like you've achieved something like significant at the beginning of the week. Yeah, which is really interesting. It also can be about creating something new at the beginning of the week as well, and because of that you feel like you've really achieved something. So there's definitely something that is coming through this week that makes you feel a sense of feeling happier and feeling more joyous. So that's a nice card for the beginning of the week. The middle of the week we have 5, and it's obstacles and challenges. Oh wow, isn't that a change from the first card? But to me, as you can see on this card, it's like it has this person standing here and it has this gap and they're trying to get over to the other side. Now this card might be saying that maybe there are some challenges that may present itself at them in the middle of the week. Now this challenge could come in the form of somebody else that is challenging you, or this challenge could come from, there's definitely something you're trying to put into place, but maybe things just are not going exactly how you hoped or you wish them to go. Sometimes we can have this idea in our mind of what we want, and yet it seems that when we're in the midst of trying to get it, we're just always met with resistance. I've definitely been feeling like that recently, for sure. If you knew the kind of week, I would say the past 2 weeks that I've had, yes, that's happened quite often to me. But the thing that I realize is that There's always a reason for everything, and for me personally, sometimes when things are not going as smoothly as you want them to, especially when it comes up on a regular basis that you're experiencing this, it is something within yourself that is causing the blockage. There is something within yourself that is causing this, and it could be a case of especially when it comes to like trying to get to the other side, trying to achieve something else. Sometimes the blockage can just be yourself. It can be that you're just too afraid to go over to the other side because you're thinking to yourself, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Or it could be a case of you are feeling like every time you do try to move forward, you're always being held back in by forces that almost like you just don't understand. And sometimes we're being held back, maybe one because it might not be the time for us to really move forward in the way we want to, but it also can be a case of maybe we are kind of holding ourselves back and we're not prepared to really move forward. A lot of the time the things that we feel are entrusted like upon us usually are things that we put on ourselves, but it just kind of manifests itself on the outside in like events and things that happen to us in our lives. So if you are feeling this way, like things are being blocked in the middle of the week, you might want to actually sit down and kind of reflect on why is it that you're feeling blocked at this time. What is it about you that is attracting the situation that is making you feel like you can't move forward in the way you want to? And I'm sure that once you sit on it and you kind of really think about it, you kind of understand where it's coming from, or where like this whole thing is rooted in. So yes, that's the middle of the week, and the end of the week is moving on. Oh, that's good. Because like we were talking so much about blockages here, but it seems that by the end of the week things are moving, so that's good. And I think the reason why this is good as well is because it makes me feel, especially from seeing this card, and I think being that this card I believe is a swords card in the traditional tarot, it makes me feel like a lot of the blockages is in your mind. So it's probably not a case of things actually are just not moving forward. It just could be a case of you're just either being impatient, or it could be a case of you are just overly worrying about things, and because of that you might not be making the right steps to move forward, because sometimes when we're worried we end up making more of a mess of things than we plan to. um so it's just kind of saying that things will progress and things will kind of move forward by the ending of the week. So don't feel too flustered when things don't go as you plan, because things it will get better. It will. And I like how there's this light kind of beaming on him on this side. So it's showing that maybe, before, like this card looks a bit more dingy in comparison, even though you see these little orbs of light that are around. It kind of feels like with these orbs as well, that it's almost like a way of spirit telling you that, even though you may feel stuck, like spirit is always there with you, with these little orbs around. So it's like, don't ever feel like you're not safe, or that things, or that you're stuck, because there's always guidance around you. And then here you can see like a doorway has opened up, an opportunity has kind of presented itself, and now you're able to kind of walk through it. So it's positive. It's a positive development from where we were at in the middle of the week. So to conclude, before my battery on my laptop dies, because I need to plug it in, and it's not currently, I'll just get this little deck out from our angels, and I'll select a card which says, ooh, precious gifts. And I like that, because that's my name. Well, that's what my name means, precious. And it says, friendship, family, and love are precious gifts. Do not lose sight of what is most important. Oh, that's really nice. And it's so true. Like, because especially in our lives, you can get so caught up in other things that we can forget about the people that are closest to us, even though we love them. but we can just not spend as much time and not pay enough attention. And it's like, we have to be appreciative for those that are in our lives. And the second one is miracle. And it says, our wings of light surround you and those you love. The current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well. Which is nice because of all that, all those problems in the middle of the week. It's kind of showing that, yeah, we do, a higher power is always governing our lives and the things that are going on in our situation. And so, yeah, we should always know that we always have support. We're never going through anything alone. And it's nice that it says in the end all will turn out well. So that's reassuring. So, okay, you guys, my eyes is looking a bit red. I think it's allergies. I've been suffering like for ages with this allergy situation. I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say I've been suffering. It's not been that bad. But, yeah, it's been annoying. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week. All will be okay. So just please take care of yourself. And I'll see you guys. Bye.